So this is the suitcase carry. This is a halfway between a lift and a squat. So you can work with dumbbells like this, or you can work with an elastic. So an elastic underneath both feet coming out on the sides. That's perfectly fine as well. Starting from the ground, you're going to set your center of gravity, 60% of the weight in your heels, nothing on your toes. And you're going to set your TVA, so draw your stomach in and brace on the sides, and set your neutral spine. So arch your back and then back it off just a little bit. From there, we want to do this movement with that waiter's bow movement. So always bending at the hip, never any spine. You don't want to have your lower back flexing as you do this. If you have a hard time, if you're still having a hard time perceiving that, then you can put a little piece of tape on your lower back. So I'll get you to start to lean forward. So as you start to lean forward, the difference that this makes from a stiff leg deadlift is we allow you to bend your knees a little bit. So where in a deadlift you could really get the weight in front of your body, this is going to stay on the side, and you can allow your knees to bend so that you have a little bit more driving force coming up off the ground. So you're lifting something heavy off the ground. You know, the application to this would be, you know, lifting grocery bags or doing something, you know, anything else like that. So don't worry about having your knees slightly bent as long as you're not in that fully squatted position. When you lift yourself up, you really want the driving force to be coming from your glutes. And what you can think about doing as you lift yourself is actually pushing your toes apart. So go back down into that position. Once you get into this position here, you're ready to lift whatever it is off the ground. If you push your toes apart, this will help to engage your glutes, and it'll actually help to bring your pelvis up and drive your body forward. Go ahead. Okay? And you'll see that there's much more strength with this. The things to really watch for here, I'll get you to turn face forward, are your knee position still. So you can have your feet a comfortable distance apart, shoulder width is fine, but as you're going down into the movement itself, really make sure that you're not letting your knees come together like this. And this is, if you're having problems with this, this is showing that there's something going on with your hip or pelvis, so you'll have to correct it. And if you just try and correct it yourself, you can't correct it yourself, then maybe do a little bit of investigating to find out what's going on there. Okay, so again, as you lift yourself up, push your toes apart and lift yourself up and get right into the fully upright position. A lot of people, when they do these types of movements, they get halfway up and then they're ready to go back down again. So make sure that you're all the way up, pelvis is forward, you're in a good posture, ready to do the next repetition. Okay?